Okay everybody, it's time that I make some changes to the back of the bus. I've cut the bed in half just to sort of decrease the weight in the back because I like to shove everything I can underneath the bed. So I cut the bed in half, created a space for the bathroom, created a space for the clothing, but I think I'm gonna clean out under the bed and put the dresser underneath there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So let's see how that works. So this is what I have so far. In here is where I kept all my camping stuff for backpacking and my kayaking stuff, extra life jackets, things like that. So I'll probably put some of that back, but I did move like climbing rope and backpack up to the front because it was quite heavy. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. But this fits. Super nice. All right, now problem that comes up is this corner right here. So this is where I have my broom, spare paddle, hiking poles, stand-up paddleboard paddle, and I just don't know where to put this stuff right now. I'm gonna think about that and come right back. All right, here's what I've come up with so far. So I made a little area where I can just sort of sit and read. Underneath there is where I put the hiking poles. In the corner back here is where I put the broom. And I took the spare paddle out because I don't always carry the spare kayak with me. So now I'm gonna put some stuff back here, but I wanna keep as much weight off. That's where the tire is. So I want to keep as much weight out of this back end as I can. So I'm going to select what camping gear goes back here and hopefully keep it light. And then I'll show you where the other stuff is. Okay, so here's from the other side. So that's the dresser that I just put in. There was all this space in here between, like, still underneath the bed, and I put this curtain up. So I actually put my 2 chairs. That's freeze-dried food or dehydrated food. That's a tarp. And then there's 2 hammocks underneath there. So I just put those there because they're kind of in the center. And then that other spot that I showed you with the trekking poles, I have a propane stove that I only really use when it's cold out. I've got my tent, and that's a spare sleeping bag, so I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna take these extra propane canisters and store them under the kitchen. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so for those 3 propane canisters, I actually have a drawer right down here that just pulls out. It's not on any sliders or anything fancy, but I pull that out, and then up in there underneath this dresser is where I can put the propane. So I actually have enough propane to last me for a long time. So next is to reallocate space for my tools, which I started to do. So here is where one of these van seats, you can see right there, it actually attaches in there if I take this box out. So I left the base, and I simply built a box for when I don't have people coming. I store the van seat in the garage, and underneath here I keep water and my toolbox. So I'm just gonna put my torque wrench, my breaker bar with the tools where it should be anyway. Okay, tools are put away. You're probably wondering what this whole thing is for. That's where I put my cooler, and I attach it with bungee cord so it doesn't slide around. So it's been working really well, that yellow bungee cord. I just, I take it down, I use it around that side, and it goes around the cooler handles. So I was talking about my hiking gear, ropes, and things like that. I actually put it all on this spare seat, which I can easily take it off if somebody comes with me, but I strapped it in with the seatbelt. But it's heavy, like there's a lot of gear in there, and I don't really want to take it out in case I find a trail that I want to go on. So I've just kept it in here, and I'm going to see how the weight distribution actually ends up being. I got my spray skirt for my kayak. Shove that in there. I know it doesn't look super neat and tidy, but when it's just me going, I'm fine with that. So the kitchen, that's the bed. That's just a bunch of sweatshirts that I've had hanging up, and then underneath there I've just rearranged it. And then a look over the bed now is just sort of a sitting area. That backpack's gonna go inside my house. That's just some shampoo and conditioner, and there's my bathroom with a little privacy wood wall. So you might be asking why I am reconfiguring the bus once again. I think I've done this bed probably 5 times. The reason behind it is this bus is it's single wheels on the back, so I don't have the advantage of a dually. I don't have 4x4. I have a lot of weight on the back end with the spare tire and the mount itself, and also a full can of diesel. I also have a deck on the roof, and right now a 65-pound kayak sitting up there. So I found that it was a bit too heavy on the back end. You know, when you load the back of a trailer too much and you pull it and you hit bumps, it's just gonna sway. So I've been trying to research 4x4 conversions, which are quite expensive, so I don't have the money to do that right now. I have looked into beefing up the suspension in the back end, so I'm thinking about doing that. But until then, I want to just make sure that I have it as safe as possible to drive. I don't feel like it's unsafe now. I just wanted to make sure, because when I did have the full bed back there, I was storing my 2 giant water jugs full of heavy water, obviously, and then also, what else did I have back there? Oh, my toolbox. I had everything back there because it was so convenient. I could just shove it under the bed. So I took that convenience away from myself by cutting the bed in half and not allowing space for that stuff. So I'm gonna try it this way. I know I still have the ability to bring people with me. I can add another seat. I also have seat belts in the couch, and the couch pulls out to a double bed. So I'm not really losing a lot of sleeping space. I used to just sleep in one spot anyway on that big queen size bed in the back. So I'm hoping that this will make it better, and then if I can see about getting another leaf spring or two put in the back, it'll be a lot nicer. So anyway, that's why I'm doing this. So hopefully this helps anybody that's trying to build their own bus, give you some ideas on layout, different opportunities, different configurations. And I feel like it's getting more modular now, which is great because I have the ability to put seats in, take seats out, use that space. I'm still thinking about removing the other seat that I showed you that has all the backpacking gear on it, and creating a little cabinet there for that gear. And so I can remove that cabinet if needed and keep the base in here that I can snap the seat into and take it out as needed. So those are my plans coming up. So if you like this video, just please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.